Where are you from?
Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh's tough. So many bridges and tunnels they can block off. From the time they make the call, the police can have the center of the city sealed tight in 15 minutes.
How can they be so exact?
After 9/11, Homeland Security made every city have a lockdown plan. Downtown Pittsburgh, Philly, Boston, Minneapolis, 15 minutes. They can do DC in under 10. Within 35 minutes, they can have cops at every toll booth on the interstate and be running rolling stops in the secondary roads. They won't have your photograph yet, but they will have your description.
What if you can't get out? 35 minutes is not a lot of time.
Then surrender, because they will shoot you on sight, along with anyone else you're with. Stay far away from the train and bus stations. Forget the local airports. Leave from another state. Second, identity. It's easy to find fake papers, harder to find ones that'll get you through an airport. You'll need a passport, a driver's license, and a social security number. If you have to rent a car, find a place that'll take a cash deposit. They'll still run a credit check, so use a real person's name on the ID. Third, destination. You want somewhere that doesn't attract American tourists. Think Yemen, and you get the idea. And money. You'll need a truckload of it. Everything's expensive. Hotels, travel, information.
How much?
Enough to last at least 5-6 years. You run out of money, you run out of friends. But before you do anything, you have to ask yourself if you can do it. Can you forget about ever seeing your parents again? Can you kill a god? Leave your kid at a gas station? Push some nice old lady to the ground just because she gets between you and the door? Because to do this thing, that's who you have to become. And if you can't, don't start. Because you'll just get someone killed.
Starring Russell Crowe and Elizabeth Banks, The Next 3 Days is a gripping thriller directed by Paul Haggis that keeps viewers on the edge of their seats with its intense narrative and emotional depth. This 2010 film follows John Brennan, a mild-mannered teacher whose world shatters when his wife Laura is wrongly convicted of murder.
Pittsburgh police, this is an arrest warrant for Laura Brennan.
For what?
And a search warrant for...
No, hold on. No,
Laura Brennan? You touch me again, I'm gonna arrest you.
Hold on.
Hey, just stay where you are.
This is my house.
Laura Brennan?
Yes.
And I will
You're
arrest
under
you.
arrest for the murder of Elizabeth Keith.
Calm down.
Come back here.
What are you doing?
Arrest him! What are you doing?
Go get him!
Understand his rights.
It's okay, buddy. It's okay. Luke! It's all right. It's okay.
Top 5 pros. Raw vulnerability. Crowe sheds his action hero persona, displaying John's emotional descent from shattered husband to morally blurred fugitive. His desperate choices and quiet breakdowns pack an emotional punch that resonates long after the credits roll.
What?
Shut up. I don't care what you say or how you say it. I don't believe you did it. And I never will. I know who you are. And I promise you, this will not be your life.
Moral maze. The Next 3 Days doesn't shy away from the ethical ambiguity of John's actions. No matter who he is, either a courageous savior or a dangerous outlaw, the film invites introspection, forcing you to question your own boundaries in the face of unimaginable circumstances.
So you're where in here?
I'm in the middle there.
In the middle. Can you point to yourself?
I think that's me. There.
So that's not you, back there by the elevators.
No, I was around here somewhere. You want to tell me what's going on?
You want me to tell you?
Yes.
Do you know what a bump key is?
Sorry.
if this was you, you might want to think about what's going to happen to your kids if both their parents end up in prison.
Ticking clock tension. Haggis crafts a mesmerizing tapestry of tension as John embarks on a meticulously planned course of action. Each step holds the potential for disaster, and the film keeps you on the edge of your seat, willing John on despite his reckless path. Relatable bonds. The film's emotional core lies in John and Lara's unwavering love. Banks delivers a poignant performance as a woman clinging to hope amidst darkness, her unwavering faith in John grounding the narrative. Unexpected twists. Just when you think you have the film figured out, Haggis throws in curveballs that keep you guessing. These twists aren't cheap tricks, but organic developments that deepen the story's tension and emotional impact.
So, the life and times of Don Quixote. What is it about?
That someone's belief in virtue is more important than virtue itself.
Yes, that's in there. But what is it about? Could it be about how rational thought destroys your soul? Could it be about the triumph of irrationality and the power that's in that? You know, we spend a lot of time trying to organize the world. And we build clocks and calendars and we try and predict the weather. But what part of our life is truly under our control? What if we choose to exist purely in a reality of our own making? Does that render us insane? And if it does, isn't that better than a life of despair?
Top 5 cons. Underdeveloped characters.
Thanks.
Some supporting characters lack depth and development, feeling more like plot devices than fully realized individuals.
He's selling the house. Already has a buyer.
In this market? Lucky man. Can we possibly go do police work now?
This diminishes the impact of their actions within the story.
Should be just a crater.
You know him?
Alex Gadar, history of violence and drug trafficking.
Bleak outlook. The film paints a dark picture of a flawed justice system and the desperation it can fuel. While realistic, this unrelenting grimness might be emotionally draining for some viewers.
What happens if we find the woman who was leaving the parking lot?
The PCRA's been rejected. No new evidence can be submitted, not anymore.
It was a robbery.
And if they had used her credit card, we could have argued that. I'm sorry. John, this sucks.
Okay. That's that. All we have now is the Supreme Court, right?
John, in the last 30 years, the Supreme Court has not heard one murder case. No decent lawyer would even file the pleadings.
So all I have to do is find an indecent one. That shouldn't be too hard.
I'll file it. But I need you to do something for me.
What?
I need you to look at the evidence and forget that Laura's your wife.
I've seen the evidence, Meyer.
I'm not saying judge her innocent or guilty. I'm just saying Look at it. Her coworker sees her leaving the scene. The victim's blood is on her clothes. Her fingerprints are on the murder weapon.
And then we went out to dinner. How do you do that if you just killed somebody? That would make her a psychopath.
And the
Is
fight...
Laura a psychopath?
The fight in the office?
Everyone fights for their boss.
But this one ended up dead.
So what you're saying is that you never believed in her innocence.
How can you say that?
Well, what are you saying, Meyer?
I'm saying that it no longer matters what we believe. Laura is not getting out.
Overwhelming brutality. Some scenes of violence feel gratuitous and exploitative, adding shock value without serving the narrative. These moments, while brief, might be disturbing for sensitive viewers.
Well, the police here? Good idea! Get in! You two! I'm not getting in there! Get in there! Get in! All right, lock it. Lock the door. Move! You are dead. I didn't do anything. You brought him here. I didn't bring him.
Misguided film props. The protagonist's meticulous planning hinges on the assumption that his forged passport picture, a non-standard photo, wouldn't easily get detected or cut at the airport. However, the film overlooks the potential scrutiny and advanced security measures at airports, where such irregularities would likely raise immediate red flags, compromising the plausibility of the character's actions within the narrative. Unresolved ambiguity. The ending, while open to interpretation, might leave some viewers wanting more closure. While the ambiguity fosters intrigue, it could also leave some feeling unsatisfied with the ultimate resolution. Rating 7 out of 10, The Next 3 Days is a gripping thriller that packs an emotional punch.
Just come to pick up Luke.
You sound asleep.
While not without flaws, its potent performances, morally complex story, and edge-of-your-seat tension make it a compelling watch.
John, are you all right?
Yeah, fine.
Just be prepared for a roller coaster of emotions and moral quandaries. For viewers who enjoy character-driven thrillers with emotional depth and provocative questions, The Next 3 Days is worth a watch. Just be prepared for a bumpy ride.